Welcome to the tutorial video about heat conduction in solids. And in this lab, you're going to look at different metal rods and the rate at which they conduct heat. It's a very interesting lab. We actually have some non-metals as well to compare to the metals. So I think you're going to enjoy seeing how heat is conducted by different materials. Now, each one of these metal rods is going to be dipped in a hot water bath. And on top of the rod, we've attached a liquid crystal strip. The liquid crystal changes color at a very specific temperature range, which correlates pretty well to the hot water. So that as the heat from the hot water moves up the rod, you'll see a colorful mark move up the rod as well. Let's see how this works in practice. So you're just going to want to click on that color created on the liquid crystal and track that. And that's how you do your measuring in this lab. Okay, so how well do different materials conduct heat? We're just going to use density as an idea. If metals are denser, will they conduct heat better, worse, or will that not affect things at all? Let's go ahead and pick a hypothesis. I just picked the first one to show you how it works. And now we've got all these different rods and the densities are listed. So aluminum, brass, bronze, copper, iron, nylon, steel, and Teflon. I'm just going to pick one. Let's just grab the bronze rod. And if I press play, you're going to see that little colorful strip there moving up the metal slowly with this time-lapse video. Okay, and now our goal is to try to measure or track that. So click on the arrow-shaped color band moving up the rod. Okay, there it is. And here it goes. It's just moving nice and slow. Now each time I click, you notice about 20 seconds goes by, and we're measuring how many centimeters the heat has moved up the rod. And there might be a little bit of sporadicness, as you can see on the graph, due to the fact that the heat moves, well, fairly uniformly, but there can be some jumps and so forth. So just keep that in mind. This is not a perfect simulation. This is actually a real video of heat moving up the rod. Now, at a certain point, you're going to say, okay, my data looks good, or I don't really like it. If you don't like it, you could reset and start again. If you think it looks good, press save. And then our bronze rod, there it is in blue. So the goal is to measure all these different rods. We've got about 8 of them. You can then look at their densities and decide, did the denser ones move faster, slower, or was there no effect at all? This is a really cool lab about heat conduction, so see what you can find out about the rate of heat conduction in solids.